Hello, everybody. It's Monday.
Oh, shit. Sorry.
It's a great start.
I just knocked everything over.
Professionalism 101 from the off. What can I say? Hello, everybody. It's Monday. Welcome to the Plastic Crack Podcast, Series 4, Episode 44. All the fours. That's a bit mad. It's the penultimate show of the year as well. We've only got this, and then we've got the Crackpot Awards next week.
We do.
And then that's us done for some well-earned rest and recuperation over the holiday period. Well, that's the plan anyway. I think it's going to be copious amounts of eating and drinking and watching James Bond films, but that's just my plans anyway. As you'll notice, we are a man short. Dom is.
We said that a lot this year, haven't you?
You've said that a lot this year.
It's only me.
Well, he did tell us. He did tell us last week, and then we all forgot. So, which is why, as the comment in the comments said, is like they don't seem very well shared. When we at the start of the month, what we do is we let each other know what days we can do and we can't do, and then we voluntarily decide which days we're going to do and suit us around our clearly hectic, horrible lives.
We're flexible. We have a flexible approach to hosting. Plus, we did have Paul on last week, and we always have whoever arranges the guest hosts for that night. So that's why
why it's me or Dom that hosts with the guests. Yes.
I'm too scared to contact normal real people, so that's why I don't have any guests on. As always, a massive big thank you to everyone that's watching on the catch up. Do appreciate that. We've had a second shit from Ken. Brilliant stuff. So tonight,
I've just spent hours painting this armor, and I've just fucking plopped a big white blob on it.
Why did you do that?
Because I'm a twat.
Weeks of planning for Ken on his painting is definitely isn't sanguineous.
No. It's sanguineous.
Sanguineous. That's it, man. Excuse me. So, as you'll see from the title of tonight's podcast, we're going to be talking about hobby resolutions for 2023. Now, I hope I'm not the only person that does this. Otherwise, it's going to be a really, really slow, boring 2 hours as I talk to myself about what I'm going to be doing for over the next year. But I think we're hobbyists, we're gamers. We all make resolutions when it comes to stuff like that, don't we?
Do we ever stick to them, though, Steve?
Absolutely not, in the slightest.
I'm really annoyed Dom's not here for this one, because Dom had the greatest of resolutions that he never stuck to, didn't he?
What, never buy any more figures? Yeah.
Yeah.
What, Dom not buying figures?
Well, he underplayed that.
Well, sorry.
Because he never buy any figures. So the memory that sticks in my mind of Dom is when we were at Warfare and he just bought all those Conquest games, robbing the show and stuff. And when I brought it up on the stream, he was like, "Oh, that wasn't that many. It was like 12 packs." And he was just like, "Yeah, I'll have that one. Yeah, no, that one." And the guy was just chucking that one and that one and that one over there. And I need someone mounted. Yeah, I'll have that one. I was like, "This guy Gisborne there. Yeah, I'll have him." And it was me, and I was like, I've been talking to the guy for like 20 minutes, and I still only bought like one pack. So
it reminds me of when we were going to the second CrackCon, and Dom gave me a lift round, and we were talking about O Group, and I said to him, "You got any plans to do O Group in 15 mil?" He was, "Oh no. I've painted up. I've got two 12 mil, so that's what I'm going to be introducing to the club." We got to Boards and Swords and Ian's sale corner, and literally in about 10 minutes, he's walking out with armfuls of 15mm Battlefront stuff. And he was like, "Yeah, you didn't see this." I was like, willpower. He struggles with willpower, doesn't he? Really?
Yes. There's no other way to put it.
I can't really jazz that up anymore. He does struggle with willpower. But we love you, Dom. I know, Dom. Where is he? He's in Shropshire, isn't he?
He's drinking somewhere.
He did say, and I
want to say Newcastle. Why do I want to say Newcastle?
No, he was there on the other week. I think he's gone for a more cultural excursion.
Oh, yes, he has. Yes, I think you're right. I think it is Shropshire.
All right. He does love Shropshire, though. I think he particularly loves Ludlow. Right. Before we get into tonight's proceedings, let's see who has joined us for tonight's festivities. First up was the first person in the chat was Rich. He was very, very early this morning as soon as I set it up. So I did cock up the the stream this morning, so you may have seen it appear twice on the Facebook group. I did it before work. I was asleep, and I couldn't change the title, and I just couldn't be arsed editing it. So I deleted and nuked the whole thing and started again. But that was just my morning. I'd only had one cup of coffee by that point. So let's see. We've got him. Got Benjamin. Benjamin's here. Richard, Lionheart, Leslie. Martin touched upon this. We don't have a regular schedule. It all depends on availability, work, guest, etc. So it's just always been that way, though, hasn't it? I don't think we've ever had a regular schedule.
No,
we tried, and then it fell apart because of someone who will remain nameless, but who is here tonight and isn't me or you, Steve.
Right, okay. That narrows it down. Sherlock Holmes. Bicker City's here. Hello, Don. Mortzik. Hello, Jonas. Ham and Jam. John Salby. Barnes White. Lazy Pirate Painting. Matt Fowles. Evening from snowy North London. Yes, is it... Just to touch upon the weather, is it cold enough for you chaps or what?
I like the cold. My loft's nice and warm.
You taking the mick? Are you taking the piss? Yeah, it was cold enough today. Thank you, Steve. Where we were hacking through the permafrost to get to the lovely Saxon treasure underneath. No, it's all right. I've had the heater on in here for the last 2 hours before I came in here. So
I've gone with hot chocolate. It's the only way for me. Okay, so Matt is it. Steve Harbour is here. He's always painting the Goth Rocker to feel festival. Oh, nice little figure. That. I did think it looked really quite nice. Carl's here. Rich, yes, Rich, you were first. You were first, my man. You were definitely first. Who else we got? Nick Games. Oh, it's -4. And he's been playing Undaunted Stalingrad. Yeah, it's quite an apt temperature, really, for playing that.
It's 4D. He's playing in 4D.
Dan's here from Los Angeles. I imagine it's slightly warmer in LA at the moment than it is here, Dan. I really do think it might be slightly more warmer with slightly more palm trees. And Duke Wellington from Oz. I imagine it's quite a bit, quite a bit warmer there. CC Audi out in Denver. I imagine it's going to be quite snowy there. David Baker, Graham's War Games Vault, Josh trying to paint. What an evening team! First time live in a long while. Welcome back to the live fold, Josh. It's good to see you, mate. Who else we got? Mobile and Hostel. Evening on, made it back to the painting table. Nathan's here. Gary. Hello from Hawaii. I wish. God.
Hello.
I thought we'd have had another addition to the map then.
I'd like to go. Oh man, I'd love to go to Hawaii right now. Gary, can you swim? Gary, can you swim with dolphins? You can swim with dolphins.
I imagine you would just go outside in the sun and just sear into nothing, given your complexion.
I imagine it'd be like that scene from Blade.
Well, like the end of Raiders.
Friends General Haig.
What's it called? What's that Arnie film? Oh God, it's
Total Recall.
End of Days. Total Recall with the popping out eyes here on Mars. I watched it the other week. Fantastic film. Refuse to watch the remake though because I'm not doing it. Friends General Haig. Hello, Andy.
No.
Carazette. Robin. Evening, Robin. Ferriby Viking. Andy Shaw, Scale Model Inc. Hello, Corey, Neil Oldham. Ken's here, the Eccentric Man. Hello, Ken. How you doing? I'm going to catch up on your Templar video later tonight.
Yes.
Miller. Hello, Miller. How you doing?
Oh dear.
GC Murray, Train 7.
Martin, what is that?
That's a stein and a half you've got there, mate.
You got you that?
Someone bought this from Prague for me about 10 years ago. I think it's from it's from Prague.
I've got a great big. It's a 2-pint German one. I got it with a Kronbacher a gift set, and literally I cannot. Once it's full, I can't physically pick the thing up. It's that heavy.
That's what straws are made for, my friend.
Crossing Obstacles Gaming, Pat Neal, Charles Latora. Hello, Charles. Yeah, just as I suspected. Yes, the weather is lovely. Cheers, Dan. Thanks for confirming that for us. Benjamin, Saxon Treasure Martin, have you been working on that female Saxon grave with a magnificent jewelry found recently?
No, I haven't. But I don't even think I'd be allowed to say if I was. But no, I haven't. But the thing that I've been working on, much to the displeasure of the developer, will be in the news probably in about March time.
Ooh.
So,
Tell me it's the Chicken Man.
No, it's not the Chicken Man.
Damn
No,
it!
it's not. It's not the Chicken Man. He doesn't take my phone calls anymore.
John's here from Stowe, New Mexico. Dice Assault. Oh, that's a new one.
Hello, mate.
-7
How you doing?
in Munich. Oh, I think you win the low temperature tonight, mate. That's
Look who it is.
Quite low. Hey,
hello, Jim.
Yeah, Jim, how's it
How
going,
you
mate?
doing?
Nice to see you, Jim.
He's a very, very busy evil Jim these days, but it's good to see you, mate. Good to see you around again. And we're at the end. So I got a bit again, big thank you to everyone. I know you could be hunched over, a fire or next to the radiator or setting fire to pallets or something. Whatever you do to keep warm, wherever you happen to be.
We don't endorse the setting fire of pallets.
No, it's just one of those things. It's cheap and easy. What are we going to do? Yeah, massive thanks to everyone that's shown up. It's already taken it down. I think it's the cold. It's going to everyone's brain. No one's brain's working properly. Right, let's get on to some hobby updates. So, Ken, you're going to just get an update on the Not the Sanguinius you're painting.
Yeah, Not the Sanguinius I'm painting. Yeah, so I'm not painting Not the Sanguinius I'm painting. I'm painting him. I'm just doing a lot of detail on him, to be honest with you. I'm finishing doing loads of the armor detail because I really want to take my time with this. So I've literally got one more thing to do with the armor, which is a highlighting stage. But I've just started to do, because while I'm on here, I like to batch paint what I can. So like I'll do the wings and like all the beige stuff that I want to do. So I'm going to do that today. But hobby-wise, this week's been a really interesting one. It's been a mix for me. I've been more into the hobby loft train stuff this week because I got really annoyed with the actual track that goes around. So I had a working bit of track, but I just didn't like it. Do you know when you just don't like something? And you just
whole play.
Yeah, exactly. But I've ripped all the track up, and I've relayed all like the base bit with the cork. So yeah, Steve, I've been with cork all week, like reels and reels of cork.
Good
like
stuff.
50 meters worth. I've got so much. It's unreal.
50 meters worth of cork is like a wet dream in it.
Yeah, it is. And so yeah, I've done it, and I've done it how I like it now, and I'm happy with it. So I'm just putting the track down again to how I want it. So I'm much happier. But that's been this week. But painting for this week, I've really wanted to paint this, and it's really nice to sit down and want to actually paint something. So yeah, I think
it's really good when you find a figure or a kit that you look forward to painting.
Yeah, you've got one of them this week, didn't you?
What, my helicopter?
Yeah,
it's not showing up yet.
Sorry, I've just seen Benjamin's comment. When you just don't like something, yes, that's why he's divorced.
No, I was expecting. I was quite made up when Anthony and Steve were saying, "Oh no, their helicopters turned up on Saturday." So I went out and braved the elements out there, and nothing. I mean, Martin, your the thing you said to me is not even turned up yet.
Was it not?
No.
Which also means my mate's toothbrush hasn't turned up yet, but he left around my house on the same day. So I really hope he's gone and bought one because that's been like 2 weeks. Sorry, but there's something in there for you for Christmas.
It is
as well.
It is.
There's some stuff in there that you know is coming. There's some stuff in there that I didn't want, and there's a thing in there for Christmas Day after lunch entertainment of gaming because I know that I think you'll like it. I think you may even already have it, but I think you'll appreciate it anyway.
Hopefully, it'll arrive in time for Christmas next year if the service around here is anything to go by. But I'm
going to introduce my in-laws to that train game, Martin.
Oh, you mean the one that we went to play with our friend Tansy on Saturday night, and then Haley remembered that you had it, and she's called you a lot of like rude names because you can't be bothered to put it in. You're too tight to put it in the post.
Yeah, that one.
I think. Hold on a second. Is this another Yorkshire type? The Yorkshire War. So we've got the Yorkshire War Gamer. We've got Yorkshire War Gamer. We've got Yorkshire Dragoon and we've got Shakos and Sprues. It's a Yorkshire takeover.
Hello.
Again. Hello. I think might be new to the stream. Hello there.
There we go. Look, someone's taken my advice. They make it. Martin took your advice, and I'm reading The Winter King. It's an excellent read. I can't wait for the next book. I want to know Fury and Force. And why not?
Dangerous.
Exactly.
Utterly dangerous.
I know. It's the bad way, isn't it?
It is. Right. Swiftly moving along from Not Sanguinius and Ken's trains. I speak actually, Ken. So it's next year. I know we'll get onto it later, but it's next year when you really get into your trains. Is that when it's going to happen next year?
I'm not too sure yet, mate, to be honest. I haven't decided what's going to go on with it, to be fair, because I quite like the balance I've got now of doing painting as well as trains. So I don't know. I don't know.
No. Are you still planning like a second channel?
No.
All right.
No. If it's going to happen, it'll happen on the same channel.
All right. Okay.
Well, you just go just give it a slight rename or something, or
No. I just it just is what it is, isn't it? I put up the content, that I enjoy doing. So that's what.
How will you get train enthusiasts to will click on it and go, "Hang on, this is all about wargaming," and then you can have you could just have Ken's model world or Ken's loft of models or.
Actually, that's a good shout. Yeah, maybe
make it more general. Don't just put Ken fiddling in the loft. That will be a bad name.
No, I think that might get you onto a special watch list.
It's a special list. That's a different guy. There's a different.
Although I'd love to see that.
That could be your OnlyFans name.
Fucking hell,
Ken! I'd love to see the tags for that channel. Woo!
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Can I just answer a question here? Do Griffin B still do figures for Durfal's Warband? Yes, I think they do. And Little Big Men Studios do the flags. So for all of them in that, which is why I'm basing my stuff on. So I think they do.
Oh, that's a nice segue. No, those Romans that I've got, are they late Roman legionaries?
Yeah. Late Roman legionaries.
Yep.
Yeah. Where would be the best place to get shield transfers for them? I'm thinking of painting them up as Romano British.
Yeah, so it depends if you want to paint them as late Roman or if you want to paint. So basically, Little Big Men Studios essentially, or who are the people I just bought loads of Byzantine ones off the battle flag. But Little Big Men you can pick between late Roman or Arthurian, which are slightly different. Late Roman you could just are slightly more uniform, but the Arthurian ones have that
So that box I could paint them up as Arthurian.
Yeah, you can make a Dux Britanniarum force pretty much out of that box. All you got to do is add a couple of heroes. And then when you add what I've sent you, which deals with the missile sections, that's the missile troops. Because I sent you enough to make 8, which is 4 for the initial unit. And then I think the maximum you ever get is like another 4. So that should you roll to recruit, so you'll get those later. But all you need to do then is like potentially if you just go on to eBay and buy the Victrix command sprue for that new late Roman set, you can make 8 models off of that sprue, off the command sprue, and that can be your general, his free companions. He can get a champion later, or you can just leave them on the sprue. And the thing about Dux that I quite like is you could just build them as you get them, as you need them. Do you remember like when you used to play like I'm going to say that 40k, and people used to build it as you got the things came out. As you got stuff, and I feel Dux is like that. As long as you got the base force, you might as well, if you've got enough time between games, if you you might as well roll and go. I've recruited 6 warriors. When we're going to do our next game in a month, so you've only got to paint 6 guys before the next month.
I had a proper look at them last week, and I did a bit of research, and I was like, I know next to nothing about the period, so I'll do a bit of research. But as long as I can paint them in something, Arthurian.
Yeah, you can do. And then there are loads of Arthurian stuff out there. So that's very, very cool. Benjamin and Robin just think you should hand paint the shields.
I think Steve would like to say no. Yeah.
I would. No, it's not going to happen.
He'd rather paint a French drummer, I think.
Oh come on! Oh, I don't know. I think I'd rather hand paint some shields if it's all the same to you. Yes, Corey, I did. I ordered it last week, and it's been dispatched. It's on the way. When it'll arrive, I don't know, but I think if it arrives before Christmas, it's going to be my Christmas holiday project, because it just looks good.
We should have bought one for Dom. We should have bought one. We should have split it between the three of us and bought him one and just sent it to him.
Look what James has just said. He was tempted by the Huey de la Sod part count.
Yeah, there's a lot of parts.
Oh, can you imagine Dom sitting down to 299 pieces?
No, but then telling him he's got to magnetize it so he can convert it into the others as well.
Oh my god! I think
Is it made just one?
Yeah, but I think there's quite a few
different
options.
Variants in there.
Yeah, different variants. I think it even comes with a I may have dreamt this, but I think it comes with like a medic.
Yeah,
well.
I think you're right. Yeah,
a casualty on a little stretcher. It looks fantastic though.
Well, every time we think about this, do I just go in my head?
I just think, it's just you just hear 1960s rock and roll. For me, it's always "Give Me Shelter" by the Rolling Stones. That's my quintessential Vietnam song for some reason. I don't know why.
I haven't watched a good Vietnam film in years. I need to watch it. And we know about my controversy with Platoon.
What was your controversy?
I don't really like it. I don't think it's that amazing. Yeah. It's not, is it?
It's good.
Okay.
What average.
It's average.
I wouldn't say it. No.
There's better. I liked Hamburger Hill. That was good. Obviously, Full Metal Jacket.
Apocalypse Now.
Apocalypse Now.
We Were Soldiers.
I like the action stuff. I like the action stuff in it. It's very Hollywood, but I like the action stuff in it. But Platoon, to be fair, I did watch it again. When was it? I'd probably say about a year ago, and it wasn't as bad as I remember. But
the first time I saw that, I must have been about 13, and it's just how long ago it was on VHS. I used to watch it all the time. It's like one of my favorite films. But I went for over 10 years. I watched it. I actually watched it this year when I was painting those Rubicon Marines because I really wanted to get a bit of inspiration.
See, my favorite Vietnam films are the ones that aren't like necessarily. So I like The Deer Hunter. And it's more about the effects of the what Born on the 4th of July.
On the 4th of July.
That's a good film.
Born on the 4th of July it's a difficult. Some films are difficult to watch, and that's a difficult watch.
It's a good film though.
I actually nearly watched We Were Soldiers on Saturday, but then I watched Bad.
You didn't watch that too long ago, to be fair. I remember seeing it on Facebook.
Platoon would have been around about June.
We Were Soldiers.
I've not watched that in ages.
You know what?
No, it's been a while since I watched. This year I've watched Hamburger Hill, Platoon, and Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
So
there's a World War II one you probably haven't watched, but you should watch. Is Thin Red Line. You ever watched that?
I saw it years ago, and I can't remember a single thing. I don't know whether I was tired. I don't remember a single.
Do you not like it, mine?
No, I don't. I can't really put my finger on why. I think it's maybe I watched it and I just wasn't in the right frame of mind, and I was bored rigid, so I just didn't watch it again. And I'm normally quite good with films. I just that one didn't do it for me.
Yeah, The Flags of Our Fathers and Letters of Iwo Jima.
Yeah, I was going to say my Flags. Letters from Iwo Jima. I think is brilliant, especially because it's an American director directing a Japanese language film, which I think is brilliant in itself. But I do like the little tie-ins between the two films. So
it's amazing, isn't it?
So you see the same shot. So like the guy with the flamethrower when he goes on the beach, but you see that from a different perspective. I do. I think they're brilliant. I think they're incredibly effective films. But yeah.
I'm just dreading the day that Steven Seagal decides to make a Vietnam film. Imagine that. The world will end, my friends. The world will end.
Not if Stephen has anything to say about it.
Oh, jeez. I tried to watch one of his films of the week at 55 minutes in, switch it off.
I tried to watch Under Siege, right? Because I remember Under Siege being amazing when I was a teenager, for obvious reasons, for those of you who have seen it. When I was a teenager. And it's not good. The best thing about it is Tommy Lee Jones.
He's a really good villain, isn't it?
Did you watch? Because I know everyone took. I noticed. Did you watch the trailer to The Ginger Dead Man in the end with Gary Busey? Because he's in Under Siege. You have to. I sent the trailer for the film about the killer tire to Miller.
Yes, that film Rubber. It's on Amazon Prime.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. Who doesn't want to watch a film about a tire that goes around on a killing spree? Anyway, back to models.
Anyway, but yes, Martin, what have you been painting, mate?
What have I been painting this week? Not a great deal because I just haven't. I don't really have an excuse. I just haven't done a lot of painting this week. I'm trying to find my pictures. What I have done, I've been doing a lot of editing. So I've edited the battle report for the English Civil War game, which goes live on Thursday because that's when there's no football. So that's when that goes live. But what I did do, I got to. I'm going to put up a little picture. So I got to run my mate, our little gaming group, through a playtest for my rules.
Oh, nice.
Which was obviously looks very, very similar to the Hail Caesar type of games we play, but that's because obviously we're using the same units that I use in Hail Caesar, but they're still just built my way. That's just because that's the way I've built them, if that makes sense. But yeah, it was good fun. That's my mate Anthony looking really confused. You can see my friend Kev's paint station in the background. that never leaves the dining room table. So we did that, and we played probably about. So it's a six turn game. We got through about 3 turns because I was late turning up. But it pretty much been decisively won, I think, by about the end of turn 3. And there's just a view from the other side, just as everything went crunch into the middle of it. Lots of dice, lots of counters, and yeah, it worked. So this is probably in terms of playtest, this is the fourth playtest where I've just umpired a game and got other people to play, but I've been playtesting quite a lot over the last year, just with like Haley or myself or Robin or someone when they come round. And it was a lot of fun. And the core system, basically, I wanted them to try and break it. And there was one thing they did break, which I wasn't overly chuffed about, but there's a glaring hole that I need to fill, which I wasn't aware until someone else played it. So, but I think I've plugged that now. But other than that, the system, the core kind of system of it worked quite well. There's just like the little like panicky things I've been working on that I just need to add in. But it worked well. The armies acted like medieval armies. There was no like unit that sort of ran the length of the board and did something, like some kind of thing it couldn't. It was quite one unit did get stuck trying to get over a hedge. I need to make it a bit easy. So one unit was trying to climb over a hedge and they just kept on screwing up and couldn't get over it. It's like a cat trying to get up a wall that was too big, like just trying to get over it. So that was some fun. But I did see this and I saw this and it just really made me laugh. Like I thought of you, Steve. I thought of you. I sent this to Robin and I don't know what. So Haley was watching The Crown, right? And I was sort of sitting in there with her half watching, and I looked up and I was like, fuck me, I never knew our wargaming tables were so realistic. Look at the trees. They're based.
Yeah.
It just made me laugh. It just made me laugh. I was like they based their trees.
Yeah.
It's Sandringham or wherever it is. But yeah, that was my weekend hobby. But I've been doing quite a few other little bits and bobs and just wait. I seem to at the moment. I don't seem to get much. I seem to once a month, all of a sudden, get like loads finished because I work on so many things through the month. I don't seem to and that's because things are at varying stages. So the Zulus are just carrying on, but at the moment, I'm waiting to varnish a whole load of them. And because of the temperature, I'm not even going to attempt it.
No,
so I'm not doing it. I'm not even going to do it. Like even if you warm the can up and you go out there, like there's no point. I'm not going to ruin them. I'm not in a rush. And then there's a few other things that I've sort of been working on and doing tests on, which like test schemes on and that. And I've been painting quite a few like RPG figures. I'm painting like a dwarf wizard at the minute, just because I wanted to paint some individual stuff and just have a go. Because I did that bad thing where I just went looking for just looking at random games and watching videos and like, oh, that looks fun. Oh, that looks fun. And then before you know it, it's like, oh. And so yeah, what about you, Steve? What have you been up to, dude?
I've had a mixed week. Very not eclectic, but a bit of everything. But when we get through mine, we've got the OPC coming up after this.
We do.
Yeah. So yeah, very, very looking forward to seeing what everyone's been up to. But let's get into what I've been doing. So last week I was painting during the podcast we had Paul on. I was painting bodyguards for my undead. So I've been working on skeletons recently. So I finished 2 bodyguards for my necromancer. So there they are. They're mantic.
That's very cool.
And I found that little thing at the front.
He's on the sprue, isn't
yes.
it? So I've got that, and I've got that sprue, and it took me ages. Yeah, it's just a little dog. It's because Mantic released their own dungeon crawling game before they released their current dungeon crawling game ages ago. And I think he was just made for that, and it's just on there, and it's just like a little dog or cat.
I just saw it and thought that would make a great familiar. It took about 5 minutes to paint. It was brilliant.
Can I just answer something? Yes, Jason. Yes, it is. But I was 13, so like there you go.
But I can honestly say those mantic skeletons are so nice to paint. They're sometimes it's like they're 2 and 3 pieces, but they're full of detail.
They're not really... not 8 pieces, Steve. How can you possibly say that's?
I love those mantic ones.
Yeah, they're brilliant.
Yeah, they're what we use.
Really well. Yep.
That's what we use.
They don't have their individual ankle joints.
Surprisingly, not only one company decided that was a viable way to put together a plastic kit. But apart from that, no. So, Mike, what do you use them for?
D&D, because I think they're just really quick to paint up. They're really easy. They're really thematic. We use them. You get about 8 on the sprue, don't you? Something like that. You get 8 on the sprue, and they're dirt cheap. I think. And Demantic would give them away at Salute one year. Oh, so right. I just kept on getting all my mate. I was like, the people I was with. I was like, can you go over there? Can you go over there and get that and give it to me? So I've got loads of undead just for those moments that an undead horde appears when you're in your done. I really want to play some D&D. I think that's what my subconscious is telling me.
But then I went a bit artsy and did this.
I did. That's very Boris Karloff. I like it.
I'm still waiting for you to start a D&D because I would love to play D&D.
I haven't played D&D for ages. Many years. More undead. So these were completed over the weekend. Some more skeleton archers.
Very nice.
These are the ones with the separate feet, Ken. But again, they paint up quickly and they're really nice to paint, and they've just got that Harryhausen look about them that I just absolutely love.
Yeah, you are right. They do remind me of Jason and the Argonauts.
But they were really nice to paint. And then the other week, I found my Mouseketeer that Michael from Oathsworn supported our Luke's game at CrackCon, and very kindly donated a bunch of Mouseketeers. And I thought I'd lost mine. It was actually my rucksack. And so I sat down. I painted this in one session. Last Tuesday morning, I was off work. I thought I'm going to paint it. So one session, there we go.
That's very cool.
Nice too.
That's very cool. That's just reminded me. Have you seen the trailer for the Three Musketeers, the new one that's coming out next year?
No.
It's a 2-parter, but it's actually French. It's got Eva Green in it, but it's actually French, and it actually looks I think it looks really good. So I think it's 2 films, one released like early in the year, and then the second part released later in the year. It looks very brutal.
Oh, but there's no Mouseketeers in that though. So
no, not Dogtanian. No,
I've got all those on DVD. But yeah, so it was really nice, and he's now been teamed up with his friends. And it made me remember just how nice these miniatures are to paint. Mm-hmm. I thoroughly enjoy. I mean, you know what? Me and metal miniatures, we don't get along. I definitely with Oathsworn. For me, they're the best metal miniatures you can get. I'm just gonna throw that one out there. They're just fantastic. Then later in the week, I wasn't going to paint these. I wasn't even supposed to be touching these until some point next year. Remember, I put those pictures on where I'd kit bashed those partisans using War Games Atlantic and bolt action arms.
Yes.
Well, I just wanted to see what they'd look like painted up. So I did that.
That's really cool. I love the guy on the left. I really think he's awesome.
I really like the Piet guy. I know it sounds. Yeah, I like his face.
The thing is that the bolt action arms just work. It's uncanny how well they scale. I mean, sometimes with plastic 28mm figures, they can. There's always a slight difference between between the kits. These aren't, and they're absolutely brilliant. And again, these were painted up so quickly, painted up over an evening.
Nice. And
they just really nice to paint. And the actual sculpts from War Games Atlantic, is absolutely spot on. I shall definitely pick up another box. So as I actually, after work tonight, I actually primed some more up. So I'm going to be painting those this week. Nice. That's what's on the desk for this week. But yeah, really enjoyable. So let's look at some comments. Who we got? Steven Seagal will be playing Montgomery in the World War II movie Battle of Africa. I have no words.
That can't be true.
That can't be true. It really can't be true. James, why you... James, stop calling me Stevie Licious, mate. Ignoring me might go away. James, it's good to see you, mate. I hope you're doing well. That's just someone I used to work with. Yeah, cheers, James. Some great kit bashing. Yeah, they go together really, really well. Absolutely fantastic. And I've seen loads of people have done it, and they work. Masterclass and kit bashing when? I don't know. I've got so many things to do. I'm proper behind on everything on the YouTube front. I'm behind, but I've got a couple of. I'm planning to. Actually, I'll get to that in the New Year's resolutions part later. So there we are. Martin, should we hand over to your good self?
Yeah, 2 seconds. Hang on. Let me put this wash on, and then it can be drying while we
I shall go through. So what we're going to be doing now is going through. What number are we up to? OPC what?
11.
OPC 11.
Yes. Hell.
What was the theme? Yeah. I can't remember what the theme was.
I got it. So The theme was there we go. So the theme for November. So here we go. Look, just to give him credit, here is Warren's list, which I would probably screw up, which would be tradition. OPC 11. The theme for November's online painting challenge was Lost and Forgotten. You remember this was the Dom. The idea was to bring to life one or more figures you have had in your collection for a very long time. There is compared to the last one, there's 11 entries in this one, which is a nice manageable amount for a Monday afternoon, evening even. So let's start at the beginning. So guys, the OPC, if you're unaware, Warren, Bjorn, Paul, and a couple of others, they basically put out these. It's the online painting challenge. Every month there's a different theme. It's not a competition. There's no prize. It's just for the joy of doing the group build and gets you painting some different things. If you head over to the Facebook page, the links to which should be down below, and you join after answering Dom's questions free, unless you're in the group already, you will be able to, if you put in the hashtag OPC 11 or 12, you'll be able to find the theme for that month. We'll give you details of what the next theme is. But let's get to it, and hopefully these have all gone together in the right way, and they haven't already, I can see. So Bjorn, to kick things off, Bjorn painted a old Games Workshop classic giant.
Oh, nice, man. I like
it's basic. It's you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I wish I could grow a beard like that.
I was about to say, if he got rid of the beard, it'd just be you.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I like the colours.
It's very cool. I mean,
that is
vibrant colours.
That is old hammer all over that. What year is that from? That's got to be mid 90s. That's an old
90s or late 80s. I don't know, late 80s.
Yeah,
it's
really could be late 80s.
It's very, very nice. Carl has done a Grenadier Models old AD&D range from the 1980s. Now these, I think, were made when D&D used to be in Cherry Hinton.
Wow! Crikey.
Look at that. TSR.
Oh, they're quite cool. To be fair, they're quite cool, man. I like them.
I just noticed he's got a cobra.
Yeah, he's got a cobra.
Yeah, no.
As that is familiar. That's really cool. That is really cool.
The guy on the right bears an uncanny resemblance to Pope John Paul II. It's quite uncanny, actually.
Hey, he's got a monkey as well, isn't he? That other one.
That is very, very cool.
They are
very, very nice. Yeah. Next, Don has some French Allied Knights. There we go. Very nice and colourful. Lots of coats of arms. Lovely. Absolutely fantastic. Very bright.
Well done,
lovely stuff, Dom.
Very, very cool. Next up, Gaza, which means I'm back up here. Gaza has talisman characters. If you remember the old
nice, yeah.
Look at them. Wow, look at those.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that goblin.
Yeah, that
do they still have those? Do they still have the fanatics in
Fanatics?
They still have them, the guys with the balls that you just...
Yeah, they do, yeah. There are some with the balls, yeah, there are. You're right.
My God, they take me back to really, really classic White Dwarfs. Ken, what's the barbarian? Yeah.
Yeah, the barbarian's nips are a bit out of scale. Look at the
very
muscularity.
Ian's here. Second time he's catch us live. Hello, dude. Thank you.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Ian. You're all right.
Good to see you around, mate.
Joining
I
in.
like that. To be fair, I like the wizard. He's like I do quite like that wizard.
He actually looks like Roy Wood from Wizard.
Yeah, I don't know what I don't. Yeah, he does. He looks like a young wizard, but he's got an old face. Do you see how his pose is?
All right. And here we go. So the next one is Paul Franklin did a Rider of Rohan.
Oh, nice.
Nice,
yeah,
classic
cool.
model.
That's classic.
I like those. I know some people hate those sculpts. I love those.
They're
sculpts.
early 2000s. Those sculpts, aren't they?
It's early 2000 pro sculpts.
Yeah.
Ain't broke, don't fix it. It's a Rider of Rohan, and that is very cool. Very nice. Next up, we have Paul McKay, who has done a classic. Now I love this. This takes me back to the first box of Warhammer stuff I ever bought. A classic Goth Orc. Look at the sword. Look at the sword.
Look at the NMM on that. That is just
Stunning.
How do you paint a sword like that? Seriously,
I don't know.
How do you do that?
I wouldn't even want to try. Just what I like about that. Look at his upper lip. That's a very orky upper lip.
Yeah, that's good.
But I like that. That's an orc.
That's classic.
I love
that's a foot. And do you know what I like about it as well? He's put him on a 25mm base.
Hey,
32, which is nice.
Very nice. Very cool. Next up, Stephen has done 15 dwarfs and a dead man's chest.
Hey!
Oh,
that's
wow.
pretty cool, man.
That's really
Did he say
cool.
what manufacturers made them? Because they look.
Are they not Dogs of War from? They are. They aren't they?
That's what when I saw them. That's what I thought they were the Dogs of War range.
They're on Dogs of War. I'm sure
if they are, they're worth a shitload of money.
Yeah, because that range was not around for long at all.
Well, it's not that. There's just those ones are really rare. The pirate ones.
No. Apparently, yeah. No, Martin, you're right. GW Dogs of War.
They are awesome.
Yeah,
they are lovely.
Citadel, Long Drong Slayers.
I love it how basically this is Lost and Forgotten, and it's pretty much all GW stuff, which is lovely. No, it's just classic, isn't it? It's fantastic. Yeah. So next up, Tony Hinton West has done Mao Drakar from the Reaper Bones. Now I love some Reaper Bones stuff, so I haven't looked at this yet. I haven't seen this one, so let's have a look.
Oh,
okay, yeah, wow. That's wow. Okay.
Wow.
Cool,
is that Mao Drakar legally distinct from Tiamat in the D&D?
I was going to say it looks like Tiamat, doesn't it?
But that is, I mean, that's just cool. I don't really know, dude. Is that his base, or is that the ruin in front of it, or is that actually his base?
That looks like the base, doesn't it?
That looks like the base. You know what I love about that? I love the details and the texture on the wings.
I love Reaper miniatures.
They're resin, aren't they? They are resin, aren't they?
Not all of them. Reaper. No, they started out as metal. They're all metal. You can still get the metal ones. And Reaper's been going for years and years and years. I've got hundreds of them somewhere. And then they did Reaper Bones, which is essentially like the sidecars. Like they're like a flexible board games, but they, it was a way for people who play role play games to really get pretty much what they wanted. My White Dragon, which I've done loads of icicles hanging off it, was like 15 quid, and it's massive. But that is really nice work.
Really lovely work.
Tony Phillips has done Elrahir, which is Elrond's one of Elrond's sons, which is very cool. And I do like that.
Yeah, they're classics. They're 90s. They're nice.
Very, very cool.
Very nice.
I do like it. They can't be the 90s because that came out after the film. These are from the Middle Earth strategy battle games.
Oh, they're from the strategy battle game. Oh, yeah, of course they are. Yeah. Do you know what? I can't. It must come in a set like that because I've got I swear I've got the geezer on the horse, but I haven't got him on foot.
Yeah, no, they come in. They come in twos. They just because all of them came foot and mounted. All the characters.
Yeah,
these are great. So, but these I don't know if these are actually metal or if these are actually if those are resin ones. They might be resin because I think they've resculpted some of those now. But to finish things off, Warren again last, even in his own list, has done a hobgoblin, and I just love a classic hobgoblin.
Nice,
very, very nice, lovely work, lovely work. So, guys, thank you very much for sending those in. It's just nice to see something sometimes a bit different, which is very cool. The OPC 12 theme is a big boy model. That's the point. Just Haley comes in there, doesn't it? What are you laughing at? If you're in a
Big boy.
It's a big boy model. Build a larger scale model. You have 2 months to do it, December and January, with the aim to feature the work in February on the show. That's because we've got 2 weeks off over Christmas for good behavior, and we're not back till the 9th, so we've got next week and then we're off, and then it'll be in February. So
I've got to say, I'm looking forward to that, because some people have been posting up in the Facebook group some proper, big scale models. I'm really looking forward to it.
I was going to say, let's just clear this up then. So if you normally paint 6mm, if you're normally a 6mm painter, you can paint something like 28, 15, something like that, bigger scale than what you used to. Or are you talking
it's not? Just ask 54? Them. I think no, they're talking. I think they're talking like a dragon.
Yeah, I think they're all going for like
okay,
or 130.
They're like get something.
Get a scale model basically.
Big. Yeah. But get big or paint something massive in scale with your army. Like you're painting
not
Sanguinius. Paint a Titan. Print a Titan and paint that. Or do something. Do something else. It's been quite a long time since I did a dragon. I'm very tempted to. It's been bloody years. In fact,
I'd love to do the GW Smug, but I can't justify the money.
I've never painted a dragon. What I'm thinking though is with Warlords of Erewhon, with my undead, you can take monsters, and they don't have to be for that faction. I'm really, really tempted to get one of those Mantic Giants.
They're reasonably priced as well, aren't they?
Yeah. There's one that looks like Mick Jagger. You can put a head on. It looks like Mick. So my friend Kev's painted them up, and he has actually just named a giant Big Mick.
Oh my god! I want to get that.
I might have, because I've got some. I might have something for you. I'm sure I've got like a undead troll with like a woman on its back using chains to guide it.
Lovely stuff.
I might have to find that. It's a bit weird.
That's one good thing about Warlords of Erewhon is that you can choose to add monsters to your war bands. So I think it's just something a bit different. So although
you could do that in Saga Age of Magic as well, it just says a biped, quadruped, a flying one, and and they just have rules, and then you can just add in a couple of others.
Right. I think for me, it's just I just want to do something a bit different. Although I'll be buying a Games Workshop model soon.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Yeah, it's I think it's called Reikenor. It looks like it's an undead, or whatever Age of Sigmar undead is these days. I can never tell. And it's one of those easy fit kits. So it's just press fits together. And some big skeletal dude on a horse.
Oh, has he got a massive, like a really, really nice classic looking sword?
I think so.
Yeah, I know the one you mean. He's they're from the ghosty faction.
I want to run it as a leash on a horse, but as soon as I saw the model, I was like, "Yes, I must have that. It looks really good." I've not painted anything that big in ages, so when I get one of those, I definitely want to get one of those Mantic Giants because they look so cool to paint. I've never painted anything that big either. The biggest thing I painted recently was that bust of that Landsknecht.
I forgot about the bust. I've still got that. I ain't done that. Didn't I say I was going to do that? I can't remember. Oh well.
Oh yes. Do you know what? I actually hurt my wrist painting that. Because I'm not joking, Martin. They're heavy, aren't they? They
are heavy.
They are. Like you said, you stick that in a sock, you're going to cause some absolute carnage. Not that I'd ever condone putting a metal bust in a sock.
Yeah, if they'd used that in Full Metal Jacket instead of soap, when they wrap it in a towel, Private Par would have. Yeah,
it would have been. Oh, what's this? Grenadier Undead Dragon.
The Grenadier Undead Dragon.
Have you seen the Draca Lich from Reaper? All right, you keep going. I'll find that while you.
Right. Okay. So I think we shall get into once we've got this over. So on to tonight's topic, which, as I mentioned at the beginning, is, as you'll notice, we're rapidly heading towards the end of the year, and it's New Year's resolution time. And I don't want boring ones like giving up chocolate or giving up beer or anything like that. That's just dull. What we're talking about is New Year's gaming resolutions. What are your plans for 2023? Have you got anything that you want to start, want to finish? Are you going to start a new game? If you run a YouTube channel, have you got any new directions, new content? What are your plans? So
I thought you were going to say if you got a YouTube channel, actually make a video.
I didn't say a single thing there, Ken. That's your conscience speaking there. Okay, so while Martin looks for that picture, Ken, what are your hobby? Give us a rundown of your hobby resolutions. What are your plans for 2023? What's something?
Number one,
yeah,
I am not. If I haven't got it now, because I've got some metal minis in there from oh god, Burrows and Badgers, and it would just be a shame.
Oh yes,
because they're lovely. But I am not going to paint anything I haven't 3D printed.
If you haven't drunk yet, then that's your cue.
Yes, if you haven't drunk yet, take your shot of Drano or bleach or something. Stella, if you're feeling that way inclined.
Just so yeah, no, not Carlo.
So you're so your absolute 100% challenge or resolution, apart from your Burrows and Badgers, because they're in a different league.
Yeah, I really like those.
You're not
or if it's like the Hero Quest board game that way.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But when it comes to actual tabletop wargaming, yes, i.e. bolt action or what's your other what was it you named the other one?
Oh, bolter hammer. No, bolter
hammer.
Bolter
hammer.
That sounds like a film like Dragon Slayer or Beastmaster or something. Bolter hammer.
Well, he's for bolter hammer, so yeah, it should be.
So with your 3D printing, you say you're going to be your resolutions to print or to only paint what you print.
Yes.
Have you got any plans what you're planning to print, or is it just going to play it by ear?
I am, like I said, I'm doing excuse me. I'm doing the 2 armies for bolter hammer. Now I've got it in my fucking head now. Bolter action. I'm doing the 2 armies for that. Because for some reason I really enjoyed painting those Marines. Really enjoyed doing them for some reason. I don't know why. Just generic Marines, but I actually really enjoyed it. So we're gonna do that. But I really want to do the fins. I bought all the STL files for them.
Those ones that you put on the group chat, they look really, really nice.
Yeah, they are. So I've got the reindeer sitting in front of me right now. It's a shame. You might be able to see him, but he's nicely.
Oh, nice antlers.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? They're nice antlers, and I'm looking forward to painting him up and doing. There was a machine gun on a sledge, for Christ's sake. How's that not cool? So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. But apart from that, at the moment, I've got no other plans apart from those at the moment. So it will just be see what I fancy at the time, I think. But yeah, I definitely want to do the fins, 100%. That'd be, and I don't know whether I want to do them for bolt action or if I want to actually do. I think, to be honest with you, I want to do them for battle group.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
I really did enjoy that. I've got to admit, I really did enjoy that.
I know loads of people who say they play like one game of it, and I know Dom said when he played it, he loved it.
Yeah, I did. It's quite fun, and it's a bit more gritty than bolt action. So that's what I like. And I've got the rule book. I've got the rule set for it. So, and if I'm going to do it, I'll do it in 20 mils. So, I'll have to just downscale the minis. But at the same time, it would be nice to have well, there's nothing to say I can't have a bolt action army because I'll just rescale the file, don't I? So,
yeah. Definitely one thing about you can make it as big as you want, really.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So with potentially branching out into battle groups, any genres or any rule sets that you've not ever played but are thinking I might want to try that?
Oh, it's a really good question, Steve, to be fair. There's always rule sets, isn't there, that grab you throughout the year. The hype train grabs you as well when people start mentioning stuff. Let's look at O Group. I bought the bloody rules for that. I never even played it. It's one of them. To be fair, I've got enough rules at the moment. I would definitely like to really give Battle Group a go, and maybe dare I say it, second edition 40k.
Oh, you definitely have my support. I've still got my
some old school 40k maybe.
Yeah, I still can't believe how good condition mine was in. Just
I can't find it anywhere, Steve. Literally, I'm trying to find it.
The one thing I've struggled to find is the Dark Millennium. So the psychic expansion.
Yeah, I had that.
I've got that.
Yeah,
you got
it in the shed.
Yeah,
I got it in the shed.
Yeah, my mum bought it for me when when it was like the classic.
Did I sell it? I might have sold it. Actually, no, I don't think I did sell it because I think it's all the cards are so mixed up. I just couldn't be bothered to sort them out and put it in, sort them out. So it's just sitting there.
I'd love a game to actually play second edition properly, how it's meant to actually be played.
I'd love to play. Like I say, I've got the one that I rescued from my old bedroom. It's in like 99% perfect condition. I mean, the figures are missing and the cardboard scenery, but all the rules, the counters, the cards.
That's what you want. That's what you want. You want the war gear book. The
mission cards. Everything.
That's what you want.
Everything's there.
That's the sort of thing that's a pain in the ass to find in good condition.
Yeah,
because they just don't stay in good condition, and that's what I want to do. So I think for me, next year is going to be not so much. It's going to be a bit more 50-50 in regards to historical and sci-fi per se. I think focus wise, but at the same time, I'm still going to be doing the stuff for the loft. So I'm still going to be doing the train stuff. Because that passion's not gone anywhere. If anything, it's getting bigger and bigger, especially now electronics are involved. I'm messing about with electronics, so that's becoming even more of an interest. So, especially now I'm doing it my day-to-day job.
Is Hero Quest going to be your tabletop? Your board game?
Yeah. So that's just I've done 3 characters for it now. So that's just getting hit. So to be fair. The only reason I'm not doing one at the minute is because I'm doing him. So he's like real treat. So after I've done him, I'm doing a squad of I did a test, didn't I? So squad of 5 Plague Marines for bolter action. And then once that's done, it will be a case of I'm trying to go between one individual model, then a batch. So then I'll probably do the last hero.
Yeah.
So like the she elf. It's a she elf, isn't it? Yeah, it is an elf. Yeah. So I'll do that, and then I'll probably go to start the Finns. And that'll be when it's crunch time because I still can't make my mind up whether it's 28 mil or 20 mil. Because I've got to do one at a time. I'm not going to paint both at the same time.
Just going back to Hero Quest, Ken, do you know you can get STLs for alternative versions of the heroes?
Yeah.
So you can get a female barbarian or the male elf.
Yeah, there's loads. Yeah, I know there's loads. It's I've done bases for them, Steve. So like I've taken them off the bases and I've printed out bases, so square bases, which is just like stone based. But I've also got like the dungeon. I've got the whole like tiles that I could 3D print and have the whole.
Oh right.
So I'm tempted. I want to do that as well at some point.
It will be. I think it would look awesome in 3D, though. I think it really.
I think it'd look amazing. It would. It just adds something else to the game, does it? It makes it more. What's the word?
Interactive.
Yeah, immersive, interactive, that sort of thing. I really do want to get on it in that regard. So, yeah, I don't want to overload my year next year. I don't want to overdo everything. So if I can achieve that by next year, have that painted up, ready to play, have the 2 armies to play bolter action and the Finns. If I can get that done next year, I'll be well happy.
Sounds like a good eclectic mix you've got going on there.
Yeah, it's a bit of everything.
Right, before we go to Martin, let's have a look at some of comments here about what people are going to be doing. So, Steve, one of his 2023 projects is a Wars of the Roses Battle of Tewkesbury. He blames Don and Leslie.
I think you should also partly blame Paul McKay because Steve won the Richard. You haven't got to paint Richard now because you won the lovely Richard III. Richard Duke of Gloucester command base. So at least you got your commander done.
Yeah, that was a really nice base, wasn't it? That was beautiful.
It was awesome.
Here's some good odds from Ken. So he plans out his next year's projects towards Christmas and tries to stick to it. And he's normally 50% successful. That's a high rate of success there, Ken. I think for most of us, it's normally 5%, not 50.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's going to be getting distracted. And it's just human nature, though. Isn't it?
Oh, it is.
That's the thing. It's human nature. You jump on a hype train. So I'm sure that something's going to come out and everyone's going to be like, oh, got to try that. Got to do this. It's like, if I can imagine if English Civil War epic come out. I'd be like, oh.
Do you know what? that was going to be my example right away there, Ken. I was going to say, so imagine we get to say March and April and Warlord appear with a big fanfare. Here's Wars of the Roses or here's English Civil War in epic scale.
The only good thing about that for me as a 3D printer person would be because that would be coming out in Warlord, people would start making STLs for it to compete.
Yeah. I imagine they.
So it's a good thing for myself at printing wise. So yeah, then it's what do I do then? It's like painful, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, so here's Gary. His goal is to run the new Dave Brown 1830 Napoleon's Battles for Germany campaign through spring. That sounds like a really rather doable resolution there.
Yes, Gary. I've never done a campaign, dude, but I've always wanted to do one. I just love the idea of it.
You
started Oathmark.
Yeah. This is true.
The biggest campaign I've ever been involved in. Do you remember Mighty Empires?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, we played that for absolutely months in the mid-90s. At our local games club, it went on for quite a while. Probably the biggest campaign I've ever been involved in. Speaking of of YouTube channels, Miller wants to actually put something on his channel.
Oh yeah, that'd be a good idea as well.
I'm glad it's not just me that's been quite tardy in their release schedule this year. But yeah, do some more Lance Connects, Miller. Do some more Lance Connects. I like seeing them. Lionheart. So same as last year, but don't buy any more miniatures before I finish my current project. This time I'll actually stick to it. Hands up. Who thinks he'll stick to it? There we go. There's your answer. I think we'll move on to the next comment.
I hope you do.
I hope you do as well.
You're only human.
So John, he wants to have his O group stuff done in time for Recon show in Orlando in April. John, you're doing it. I imagine you're doing it at 15 mil. You can fly through that. I painted all my British in about 3 weeks. I loved it. It was absolutely brilliant. But good luck with that.
I got told I wasn't allowed to go to Adepticon either.
By who? Dom or by Laura?
Laura.
She literally said, she found out about the 3D printer, Ken.
I don't know, but she said if you want to marry me next year, you won't go to Adepticon because you have a wedding to pay for. I was like, yeah, but it's Adepticon, and I'll be under the thumb, and I won't be able to go otherwise. And she just looked at me with the most evil eyes in the world. I was like, okay, I'll be good. To be fair, mine, our suits have cost more than her dress.
Yeah, but that happened in my wedding as well. That's happened at my wedding. So yeah, that seems to be quite a common thing.
Speaking of trust like that, years ago, a mate of mine, his girlfriend gave him a deposit for a holiday to Mexico, and she said, "Go down to town and pay a deposit on our holiday."
That's never going to end well.
No, he bought a guitar.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he was a big musician, and he
was he a big single musician after that. He
was very, very single afterwards. Because she dumped him, but he had his nice guitar. I think it was one of those. Do you know the Dimebag Darrell guitars they released?
Yes.
I think he walked past a shop and went just walked straight in and bought that instead. So his holiday to Mexico was off the table, but he had a rather neat guitar at the end of it.
Oh, Dimebag.
Who's next? Oh, so Rich. Not buying anything new until I've painted everything I already have.
Yeah, good luck.
Like, yeah, let's dabble with the truth now, Rich. We all know that's not going to happen. Now, this is the resolution right here. My plan is for 23 to complete my collection of playable Kings of War armies. I have 23 painted, so I need to paint another 5 next year. It should be doable.
Are there that many? I've got the book.
Yeah, they're loads. Yeah,
yeah. But there must be nearly all of them now, surely.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, because it's because how many types of dwarfs are there? There's quite a few, isn't there? Like 2 or 3 types of dwarfs, and there's like shitloads of humans.
That reminds me, I'm getting rid of one of my human armies. I'm gonna have to.
Which one?
Well, I bought a Mantic box set that was like the winter one, and it's essentially the wildlings from Game of Thrones.
Not Game of Thrones.
And they're really nice models, and I painted up like a whole unit. But I basically bought Kings of War because I bought that start set because the start set was on offer and it was the same price as the rule book. So I got rid of like the undead nightmare scarecrow people, and I thought, I'll keep these. But then I was like, well, I'm just going to take this. I turned my Empire army just into a Kings of War army. And then I was just like, well, I'm just going to use my Empire army. And I've got Dark Elves. So yeah. I just put them on massive bases. So I put my 30-man strong unit of swordsmen on there. And then I went on eBay and bought loads of really, really cheap old Empire models and just based them on that. So it's awesome. But the I've got this. I've got the human army, so I've got one painted unit. Besides, I just might as well get rid of it. It's not going to do anything. Nah. Steve, you want an army?
No, I don't know. Actually, stop foisting things upon me. So up next we've got Don. He wants to finish his ACW rules. Oh, very, very interesting.
Nice. Okay, that'd be cool.
You're writing some, yeah, brilliant. As it comes to projects, there's one from Benjamin. He wants to finish his 1066 project.
Yeah.
But will it ever really end, Benjamin? That's the thing.
No. And in 15 mil, he's doing his World War II late German army and paint his World War II mid-war Indian army. Again, nice. a good eclectic mix of periods and conflicts there.
What am I getting the blame for here? Sorry, my name just floated up. I blame Martin. What did Carl say? Sorry. You carry on, Steve. I'm going to go find out what I'm doing.
And then we've got Simon who says his plans, 5th century Britain.
Yes.
Role-playing game into the dark mining facility caverns terrain table. That sounds really rather awesome. A couple of French and Indian armies for muskets and tomahawks, assuming I sell some part of the war boots. Ken, there's going to be a sale at war boot. I don't even know what that is.
Oh, it's Dead Man's Hand.
Oh yeah,
Right,
that's fucking obvious. You get the blame for that.
Definitely blame for that. What else we got in here? Here's an interesting one from Dan. One of my resolutions to have a game at least once per month. Yes, I wish I could do that. That's a really, really good one. Yeah. Let's have a look. What else we got here? Oh. A bit of weird stuff for Dom. So David's new product is the 2023 for the new Cadia box set.
Oh yeah.
They do look rather nice though. I've got to admit, they look really
just not enough of them.
Nice. No,
it's not enough. You needed about another 100 Imperial Guardsmen.
So it's one from Gino. Bolt action 20 mil. Ooh, 20 mil armies. Massive air fix and other brand collection to make a dent in. 22 armies for World War II to start with. After that, 20 mil. Oh, 22, yeah. Wild West, Medieval, Ancients, World War One. That is going to be a packed year, Gino. Wow, that's Project City right there. Oh, and there's more. 20 mil Napoleons and a massive Games Workshop Lord of the Rings collection. Wow.
Bloody hell.
What's Miller babbling about? There's no such thing as a cheap old ever. There is. And when they arrived in sandwich bags. Like I'll show you.
Martin, don't mention figures.
I got a unit of 12 handgunners for £7.50. Plastic handgunners. And then, I to personally painted them. To be fair, the models are really base coat, really nice, but the bases aren't even goblin green; they're like fluorescent green. It's absolutely fine. They completely serve my purpose, and that's to just debase them. Not debase. That sounds awful, does it? I'm going to debase these. I'm going to debase the models, wax and strong tone on them, and do some highlights. I got a cannon, a mortar, 2 units of handgunners, and a big unit, loads of spearmen that I made into a massive phalanx. And I think I spent about 50 quid for the whole lot.
Martin, just don't mention figures in bags, or I'll have convulsions again.
I really wish there must be a photo somewhere from that in the club night.
Every time I think of that, I just crack.
Do you know what though? It does show you just how much people change with their gaming habits. Because look at me compared to two years ago, where I couldn't stand based tanks or anything like that. It's like everyone's New Year's thing changes, doesn't it? I used to think you were the devil, Steve.
The devil.
The devil in disguise.
Yes. Oh, now here's an ultimate resolution from Benjamin. He wants to finally go to CrackCon.
Hey. Don't know why you'd want to, but yeah.
It's going to be in September, October, so you've got at least 9 months to save up, and
people you just made probably really sad now.
Well, no, because we'd already said that.
Yeah, but they probably
already said that.
Mean it.
No, there wasn't going to. I don't think there's going to be a.
Someone's getting married, and that's caused a hiccup in the correct. Although to be fair, we could all just go. We could if I didn't like. If it wasn't Lauren and we'd be like we're scared of her and she'd kill us, we would just do CrackCon and not go and not tell you.
Of course you would. I think she would actually hunt you down to the end of the earth.
Probably, yeah, I know, right?
It's an interesting one. Diving into the Spanish Civil War. Going to build 2 mil armies that can double for more modern conflicts.
Nice.
Interesting approach. What's Nathan doing? He's planning a Sisters of Battle army for his Grand Crusade project, and he's going to finish that Japanese army that he picked up at CrackCon.
Oh, nice.
Good stuff. Yes. Oh, we got another one from John with Benjamin on that. CrackCon or bust. Oh, we've got a t-shirt design right there, haven't we?
We do.
Yeah, it's good.
That sounds really quite good. So, Martin, what are your resolutions for 2023?
My resolutions. My first resolution is to get you to buy a massive skeletal dragon. So I found a couple from Reaper.
Oh,
so yes, Reaper have such an extensive range. So I'm just slotting this in. So this is on eBay. This is £17. This is metal, but it is now available in the PVC plastic stuff. It's about 10 quid. Very classic. Very Harryhausen. I think that would go. But obviously, it's not massive, but it could be just a sort of an underdeveloped dragon. And then there's this nice one, which I remember from D&D games, which is kind of like the cave-dwelling dragon that hasn't quite evolved properly and is a bit of a thing. So this is metal, but this was only 10 quid on eBay. I quite like that. I think that's quite cool. And then if you want to go for broke, this is the big centerpiece dragon that they make, Steve.
Yeah.
It's 65 quid, which I still don't think is too bad for a dragon. When you think that those Games Workshop dragons are twice the money. This is the size of a table mat, and the highest point, I think they said, is about 10 centimeters in height. Right, so this is the daddy dragon.
Ooh.
I mean, obviously, it's the size of a table mat because its tail is ridiculous.
I was going to say its tail is really quite.
But how big a base would you make that? Now, Steve, what would you do? Would you have the tail overhanging the base, or would you have to have the tail on the base?
I don't know.
What would you do here? Do you base a tail?
I've never been asked that.
Oh.
Do you base the tail? It's very cool. He's on that rock.
You could go.
What would you do?
You could absolutely go to town on the basing for that, though, couldn't you?
I love it that the tail, so you can see the join in the tail because you're going to have to. It's another part, but anyway. So I would like you. I'm part of my news.
Definitely some food for thought. Not food for thought. Skeletal dragons, but
so I guess so. Project wise, I got the Barons War, so I'm going to be doing a Barons War project. It's already planned out. I know what I'm buying. I know what I'm going to do. I don't know if Robin remembers the conversation we had about it, but I'm relying on him. And we're going to bully Miller into doing it as well. I don't know if Miller knows that yet, but he knows it now. I had so that'll be going on. The Zulu project was a 2023 project. I just started it early, so I got a bit of a head start. So that's just going to chunter along in the background. But as my big projects, if you like the big games, I worked out they take about a year to to get together. Actually, that's a really good shout. Sorry, Carl just said, look at the Joan of Arc dragon. My mate's got that. It's basically a massive dragon like standing on top of a castle. It's huge, and at 15 mil, it's still bigger than most 28 mil dragons. It's like a 2-foot wingspan or something. So most of my big projects take about a year to get to a point where I would say they were gameable. So my first Crusade stuff I started just before CrackCon 1, and the first game I played was of it was in September. So it's about a year, I think, for those kind of big games. Bearing in mind that I build both sides, I'm not just building one army. So my idea would be that my would be by sort of late next year, I'm playing games for the Zulu War. My first Crusade project is now getting to the point where obviously we're gaming it, so I'm just adding stuff to it, but I'm really enjoying it. I really, really enjoying just adding all these characters. So that'll chunter along. The Wars of the Roses, I've got the next part of that project planned. I know what I'm doing. And it's for two reasons. One, I need some Lancastrians. I actually need some. I can't believe I say that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I need some, because if you're I'm basically what I'm working on a lot is developing the rules that I'm working on. Playing it, I'm going to develop that as far as I can. I need opposing forces, and it hurts me to have Yorkists fighting Yorkists. It actually hurts me. I mean, I did have Warwick. Even though the game we played during the week, right, was just it didn't matter. No one was named. It was just like units of units, right? I still had to make sure that the commanders on both sides were people who actually didn't like each other. I had to do that in my mind, just because it looked wrong to me seeing these flags. But anyway, working on things like that. I've got. It sounds like I've got lots of little secret things going on, but I don't. I've got a thing that I'm working on, which I hope to announce early in the first few months of next year, which I'm really excited about. I just need to, and I'm working on a little bit of it right now. So that's something.
I've managed to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, but I also haven't told you half about it. So yes, but no, it's true. No, you've been very good, because I will kill you and not be your best man. That'll then become Steve or Dom's job, presumably. Yeah. Who gets to be best man if I'm not? Who are you going to pick?
Haley.
Moving on, Haley.
Haley.
Jesus. So that's coming out. That's gonna be something cool. And to be honest, I look for like a little game each year that I like to paint up and I don't necessarily play them very often. So like this year, I did a lot of Star Wars Legion, and I do play a lot of Star Wars Legion. I just don't put it on my channel, and I don't make videos. I just like to have games about some things that I don't necessarily film. So we played quite a lot of Legion this year. So next year, there's a couple of little, and I'm still looking for a fantasy game that really grabs me. I'm having some trouble because I like Kings of War is great, but
you might get by the time it comes out fantasy back in proper fantasy.
No, I don't want to paint that many models. I can't be asked. I've got so many big historical. There's a couple of games I've been looking at. So it's like the Frostgrave kind of, like that, like Frostgrave. Rangers of Shadow Deep is another one. The one that I do look at is Relic Blade. I love the look of Relic Blade, mainly because it's on a 2-foot by 2-foot board that you can really, really personalize. I think that looks cool. But again, these aren't necessarily.
When you say fantasy, do you mean like sci-fi as well, or are you just talking?
No.
Talking fantasy.
No. I do like sci-fi, but I've kind of gone through. I've painted up a lot of sci-fi stuff in the past. I've done Infinity. I've done 40k. The stuff I painted up for War Machine was actually quite sci-fi in the end, because I chose the faction that had all like lasers and stuff. Yeah. Stargrave.
Could you not go Warcry? Could you not go Warcry?
I don't want to.
No,
I don't want to. I don't want to. I think there's other things, and Warcry's not got. It isn't what I'm. I did look at it. I did look at it. To be fair, it's not sort of what I'm looking for.
It's just not going to scratch your itch. Yeah.
No, the one I did look at, which is by Lucid Eye, is called The Red Book of the Elf King, and that's by Rick Priestley.
Oh, I was going to say, yeah.
And I do quite like the look of that, but it gets as far as like zero attention. The models look fucking awesome. They look wicked. The models do.
You don't get any attention.
But I don't get any attention, so I don't know how or if there's any point. I don't know, because if it's a project worth doing, I'll have to get someone to be into it. The models are they're all metal. They're not cheap. I mean, again, you don't have to use those models. You can go and find substitute models. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing. I guess my resolution would be, I don't know. Probably actually to try, because I've got a lot of things going on, but it's actually my resolution is to keep growing the channel. The channel's doing quite well, and there's quite we got quite regular battle reports going out and updates and lives and things like that, and it obviously growing the PCP as well. So I guess because with everything else, sometimes it is quite easy to, and as you guys said, it's quite easy sometimes to fall behind in updates and schedule. I don't have a schedule, but I still like to put out semi-regular content. I like to do that, and I just want to keep on top of it. So as a resolution, just to sort of one thing I'd like to do some more black powder. So resolution for New Year 2023 is to have some more black powder back on the channel. There hasn't been any this year. This year was solidly for like 9 months just Wars of the Roses. It was just solid because we were playing that little campaign, and it was just so much fun to do that. There is a black powder, as long as everything's going to happen. There will be a black powder happening in 2022, but it probably won't come out until 2023. But I'd like to do some more black powder and play some games because Robin has got Soldiers of Napoleon, so I really want to give that a go. So just to try out, go back to what I was doing initially with the channel, and just get back into some good old 19th century. Soldiering.
Oh no,
we'll get some of that done.
No, it's good. Let's see what other people have. Why's my mouse turn itself off? Bloody technology. There we go. Why has it gone off? There we go. Got one of these laser pointing mouse things, and it's not working. All right, so Gino just put a picture up in the Facebook group of his pile of his cupboard of shame.
Hang on, I'm gonna have a look. Let me have a look.
Lancastrians, I blame Martin from Leslie. Speaking of which, Tony, his Perry Spanish guerrillas have arrived. So he's being good and saving them as his first 2023 project. Yes. Yeah, I did like the look of those. I'm not a metals fan. Oh, and apparently the Two Fat Lardies have got a fantasy game coming out in 23 called Midgard. Didn't know about that.
Isn't it already? I thought it was already a game called Midgard, a fantasy game called Midgard. I swear there is. Oh well, maybe it's theirs. I don't know. Maybe I've heard that, and I'm conflating the two. Yeah,
right. So my resolutions is, to be fair, I haven't got that many. I'm just going project-wise. I'm going to carry on with Boltax. I'm still going to be doing my weird theatre selectors. I think my DAC will probably be finished early 2023. Then I want to move to do this partisan army because I think I'm really going to enjoy the partisans. Lots of kit bashing, very unique looking army. I'm looking forward to that. Also, is it bad?
Hang on, can I just make my screen bigger? I'm not going to say, guys, if you're on the group, so this is Gino's cupboard.
Brace yourself. Holy crap!
What's he in a shop?
Oh,
it's like the plastic Narnia. That's a lot of Italieri. You must have had a shop at some point. And look, there's bags at the top, Steve.
Oh my God! Don't! I can't.
That is like what? And is that your 2020? Oh, it's gone. Is that your 2023? Is that your resolution?
I would have thought that in the next decade.
Finish all of that. So my German O group, I'm gonna sort of make a restart of those early 23. Now, for actual resolutions that I want to stick to, I've got a sci-fi gaming itch, and I don't know. There's two that I'm thinking of, but I'm not quite sure which one to go for.
If you say one that I think you're going to say, I'm going to cry.
What, Kill Team?
No, thank God. No, there's another one. He might say it, and I don't want to say. If he doesn't say it, I'm not going to mention it because he'll go for it.
What, Infinity?
No, I'm not going to mention it.
Okay, that's fine. I've not played or painted anything particularly sci-fi in a while, and I am thinking about Kill Team. I've been watching a couple of videos. I know, Martin, you said you play it, you enjoy it.
Yeah, I like it. I enjoy it. It's if I was going to play, if I play 40k, that's how I want to play it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it plays well.
I'm thinking next year is definitely going to be there's going to be something sci-fi-ish related next year.
What about Necromunda? Oh, that's what I thought you would have gone for. That's what I wanted to say, Necromunda.
If I was going to play Necromunda, I would want to play the 90s version.
Yeah, same.
Because I don't know, I like the 90s figures and I like the 90s game. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure my old copy of Necromunda's knocking around at my dad's place somewhere.
Yeah.
So, but that would definitely scratch an itch. But no, I don't know why, but Kill Team has been, something like gnaws at the back of your head, like a flesh-eating disease. You're not. It's quite as bad. And every time I see a lot when I'm always getting recommendations on YouTube, and a lot of it is Kill Team. And I've watched a couple of battle reports, and it's so different to 40k. It's I don't know, something about it. But that's my major resolution is next year I'm going to do something sci-fi related. I don't know why. Here we go. So Kill Team is solid. I just can't get my head around square circle. Yeah, that took a lot of getting used to. I will admit it took me a while to get my head around that. But I think project wise, so it's going to be Bolt Action, O Group, Walls of Erewhon, Dragon Rampant, and we're also starting. Lion Rampant, not Dragon Rampant, Lion Rampant.
I was thinking, what game's that?
a bit of a moment there. And we're also starting Pikeman's Lament at 15 mil at some point next year as well. Aren't you? But for me, my biggest resolution is to actually play more games next year. Regardless of what it is. No, not a lot. I think it's been a combination of work and my mate's work schedule and his family. I'm not blaming his family to say he's got a family to look after. So we're going to. I think we're going to try and grab a couple of weekends and get some game for Bolt Action and get some battle reports. Channel wise, I know people have been asking me to do painting tutorials, and I will do them, but I'm not very good at making painting tutorials. So you'll have to bear with me for some pretty shonky videos. But apart from that, yeah, and I want to put more content out. I think that the past sort of 18 months, the number of videos I put out has dipped significantly. So I might start doing a sort of a weekly. A lot of people do, like Alex as well, does his bench update or his desk update on a weekly basis. I might start doing something like that, just so people could see what I've been up to. But for me, I want to play more games. I'm happy with my painting at the moment. So I'm happy with my painting schedule, the speed I'm getting through things. I've tried new techniques this year, so I want to carry those into the new year as well. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to another year of hobbying. New games coming out, trying new things, and getting painting, and finding more YouTube channels. I think that's going to be interesting. Getting to know more people in the community. And expanding the PCP because we're very close to 900 members on the Facebook group.
We are
very, very close. So if you're not already a member and you use Facebook, head on over, like Matt says, answer Dom's questions 3, avoid the dragons and the stake traps, and you'll be let in. You can see all the awesomeness that people get up to in there with their weekly projects. But again, there's nothing really concrete for me for resolutions. I just want to keep doing what I'm doing, just trying a few new things. But for me, yeah, definitely more games to be played, and scratching that sci-fi itch will be the biggest one for me.
I think 2023 is going to be quite a sci-fi year, to be fair. Even for Dom, I reckon he might even do something.
Really?
So Ken, and I'm not saying this actually. Have you abandoned your epic plans for the moment, like the sort of Napoleonic ones?
Yeah, for the minute. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the minute.
Oh, Ken, that's another thing. I want to paint my 6mm Space Marine army.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah, this is sci-fi itch.
Oh yeah, I've got the rule book for that. I'm slowly I keep on looking on eBay to pick up more bits and pieces, but I've packed it. You have things out on your desk and you can't concentrate. I've packed everything away that was distracting me. So the only things I've got on my desk now are things that I'm actually working on.
Yeah,
and there's a bit of turn at 28 over there as well. So that's not really distracting. That's not really distracting though. It's just turn at 28. But there we go. So that's my resolutions. It's good. It's not everybody has plans, don't they, for the new year, especially hobby wise. But it'd be interesting to see what new rule sets are coming out, because What a Cowboy from Two Fat Lardies will be out next year.
Yeah.
I think what other things are on the horizon. For me, that's a big one that's going to be coming out. But yeah, I shall be waiting with bated breath to see how that plays.
What a Cowboy!
Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, the thing is, again, it's a bit like Dom said. Because obviously I play a lot of Dead Man's Hand.
Yeah.
I played Tombstone, which I like. And yeah, I'll buy it because I've got loads of cowboy figures, so I'll definitely give it a go. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. I'm quite curious.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Well, I'd say some good resolutions there. Be interesting to see what condition they're in by March.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, it completely shot. I'll be painting Sisters of Battle or something by March. Can I commission the PCP in April? So, Steve, what are you painting over the weekend? Masses of Napoleonic French drummers. I can't get enough of them. I've painted 15, and I think they're brilliant.
Huh?
That's not going to be.
It's not going to happen, is it?
I think there's some things that won't be happening. Me painting Napoleonics again is one of them. That one.
That's one of them, is it?
Yes. No, because when I was chatting to Lee and Mel from the Battle Bunker the other week, I just said, for me, Napoleonics is one of those things. It's like, you try a food for the first time and you think, I'm not ever having that food ever again because it tastes like crap.
Yes.
I tried Napoleonics and I can't do it. I can't paint them. So I just know.
Yeah, but Ken was like that the first time, though, because you painted them, Ken, didn't you? And then you hated them, and then you came back.
I was like, fuck that. And then I came back and I painted a whole army.
I just didn't enjoy it. It didn't do anything for me. I wasn't looking for every single figure was a chore and a trial, and it bored me into submission. And I just knew that I would never ever paint them ever again. So, like I said to Lee the other night, it was Dirty Harry that said, "Man's got to know his limitations," and mine's Napoleon.
See, it's weird, isn't it? Because that's kind of how I feel about World War II. Like it bores me shitless. Like the paint, like the painting. I love the history. I like gameplay,
Yeah.
but like I've got a bolt action army. I've got the 0-200 hour stuff. I've got
Flames of War stuff, haven't you?
I've got my Flames of War stuff, and it's like the thought of doing it. I quite like it. It's like sometimes I get these moments of madness. Usually after I've watched your stuff, and it's like it's like, oh, I could do that, and then I sit there and go, no, don't do it, because you'll get to a point and I'll just be sitting there going, oh god,
why have I done this?
God, get the camo. Where's my livery? I want big, bright flags on them. I need it. I need to do that. I don't know. It's weird, isn't it, how we change? I went for a whole period where I did World War II for a really long time. I painted loads of it. And now I look at it and I'm like, because again, with the O group stuff, I was like, I just can't be bothered. I've got the Flames of War stuff, so obviously I can just change it. Yeah, I guess I could just use it. It's just be a lot of tanks, but it's interesting, isn't it, how we kind of
it is. It's like
plot between things.
I look forward to the episode next year, and we're doing this, and I've just finished my Bavarian or my
and I've just done a whole Russian like Oscar yeah.
And I own Games Workshop. Yes.
That will be quite interesting if that's happened. What are the odds of that happening? I might go to the bookies. What are the odds on Ken owning Games Workshop in 12
I think it's more likely that they're taking it to court for copyright infringement.
I don't understand what you mean, sir. I don't use their copyright at all.
Oh, here's an interesting one from Simon. Paint a retreat from Moscow army like a Turnip 28 army. God, that'd be good, wouldn't it? There'd be so much scope for grimness for that.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, that'll be interesting. Mr. News isn't here, so
I have some.
You have some.
I have some, but I forgot that he wasn't here, so I didn't go on an extensive search. So feel free in the chat. Hang on a second, I'm just stippling.
If anyone came here for 15 minutes of cutting edge breaking news from Dom,
yeah, you're going to be disappointed.
We're going to be very, very, very disappointed in the next couple of minutes.
Right. So I got 3 things, and they're quite different. So the first one is that Osprey's pulp skirmish rule set is out now. So those of you who like your sort of pulpy 1920s adventures, sort of archaeologists in the Amazon getting all the treasure, or sort of your Cthulhu-esque Saturday morning serial, those rules are out. And I know nothing about it, but I thought it was worthwhile putting it on there. I was actually thinking of Paul Richardson because he liked Pulp Alley. I loved that game when I played it CrackCon. It just made me think of him. The next one is for Ken, who isn't going to get into another game. So Ken, you remember Conquest, Last Argument of Kings, the game we played at Warfare last year?
Yeah, it was really good.
And then they've got their Roman faction. They're sort of right. So first of all, these are the cane foot. They're living statues, right? But they've done something quite cool with them. I quite like these. Now, again, I think these are probably very expensive. They're 38 mil. The standard miniatures are 38 mil. So this is probably quite big. So here you go, Ken.
Oh shit.
Right. I quite like this, but they've released their Strategos, who is their commander. Now, this I think is a very, very nice looking miniature. What do you guys think?
Oh shit!
But look at the mask, like the undead guys. I have no idea how. I mean, he's pretty big. I just thought that was a very cool looking. I just thought that was a really nice miniature.
Oh, you're a bastard.
He's very nice.
It's not next year yet, is it?
I think he's. I hate to think how much he is. He's probably about 35, 40 quid. I don't know if anyone knows, but I did enjoy that game. Again, see, that's another one. That could be my fantasy itch because they do have a skirmish version of that game. Maybe, I don't know. I did enjoy it.
You did enjoy it.
Anyway, so they're out. So those of you who are interested in Conquest, they are regularly releasing things. It's not just been a sort of a flash in the pan kind of thing, which I think maybe some people were worried about. It seems to be developing, and there's new factions coming. And then we were talking about Lucid Eye, who make the Red Book of the Elf King.
Yeah.
And they're actually, because they do some historicals, and I think they're jumping on the saga bandwagon of the current release, because they've just done I bought this on an Alexander on foot, which I thought was just a nice little mini, because you often don't get him on foot. He's always mounted. And I just thought that was just a good solid miniature. I could see Dom liking that. It's a single cast. It's Alexander. There you go. Yeah. But they've also done some Roman command as well, which I thought was quite cool. I just like them because they've got a very classic, well, as you can see, made in metal down the side.
I do like that dude on the horse. That looks rather nice.
He's a nice legate or something, isn't he? So yeah, no, he's cool. That is essentially all I have, because I forgot that Dom wasn't here, and Dom normally does a deep dive into the. Or what I know he's doing is, or what I think he does is he sits on the toilet scrolling through Facebook, and when he sees these things, he saves them into his folder and then uploads them. That's what I think happens. So yeah, we shall see. Yeah, I think that's pretty. There's just there seems to be quite a lot coming out. Someone says pulp archaeology. You mean that isn't what you do? I don't like Shaco's put. If I don't like snakes. I hate them. They're horrible. I think they're just. I hate snakes.
To tell you about when my mate got bitten by a snake.
No, but I did as well.
In Cornwall.
I got a bit. You mentioned, did you ever have it at school when I used to bring them to school? Right, I used to bring like some little snakes to school. That's why I is in year 2, because my name was first in the register. So I had to go and handle a little snake, and it like nipped me like the night, like the baby little thing. It's like, no, hate them.
I like snakes. I like snakes and I like spiders as well.
Oh,
Good for you. Good for you. No, spiders are fine. I just dislike snakes. I just don't like them. I
don't like
think they look like they're plotting something.
moths.
Oh, you're deaf, sir.
Scare the shit out of me. I hate them. No, the snake that bit my mate. We never saw it. We've basically been drinking all day, and we decided to go and drink a few beers on the beach. And we sat down. He went ah, and when I looked
one
up,
place you don't think to find a snake, the beach.
It was in Cornwall, and the signs everywhere: beware of snakes. So we didn't. I feel sorry for the snake that bit him. Though he probably went and passed away from alcoholic poisoning about 10 minutes later. But we ended up in a hospital in Truro the next day because we had to get him checked out. That's my interesting snake story anyway. I had a stare off with an adder once on a walk. A stare off?
I've never seen an adder. Never seen one. And I live in the country and I've never seen one. Crazy, isn't it?
You don't live in the country.
I do live.
I went to your house. You live in a massive housing estate.
I don't live in a housing estate. You call this a housing estate?
There's more than 4 houses. That's an estate.
That was like when Marsh, remember that time when Ken said you live in the Midlands?
Yeah, I know.
My God, we could get. So Miller, he doesn't like sloths. I think they're faking being slow and will pounce when you least expect.
I like sloths.
What? I don't like sloths. What a random. And I mean, at least with snakes and spiders, like they look evil. This is a sloth done.
That sounds like something Gareth from The Office would say.
You can just imagine him saying it in his voice as well. Miller saying it in his voice.
That's amazing. I'm going to make sure that I get one for some kind of game that we're playing. Not like literally a sloth, but just some kind of miniature of one. I don't know if we can do it. That's so random.
That is so random. And having such a, I mean, so sloths are faking it. I don't think I've got any words for that. I think this sloth faction for burrows and badgers movement 0.001.
Yeah, unless you're like Miller, who then all of a sudden they get some kind of burst of inspiration and they charge across the board and take you out.
Yeah, it's known as Miller's burst. That's the rule. Miller's burst rule.
That's a bit. Right, should we have a look at some nicely painted miniatures from our very...
Is it a sloth? Only if there's a sloth.
There's no sloths. I apologise for the absolute lack of sloths in this next segment. I really do apologise. As always, there's been some absolutely cracking stuff in the Facebook group. I say this every week, but I look forward to it all the time. See what people have been up to. Just keep posting what you're up to. It's brilliant, and it's really inspirational seeing what people are painting. And what I like is there is such a variety. Hold on a second. I think a lot of these haven't up. Oh, come on!
Is it done that thing again?
I don't know. Basically what it explains. Sometimes we upload photographs and then we've got to upload them to StreamYard, and sometimes when we get to them, they aren't there. But I only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I think we're okay. Okay, let's start off with Jonas. Some Universal Carriers.
Yes.
Oh, nice, dude.
Lovely little kits. Those I really love building them. I think he finished these on the podcast last week.
Oh, happy days.
It'd be interesting to know your recipe for the armor, the desert color, because
you like that, don't you, Steve?
Yeah, because the problem I've got is when I'm painting my DAC, I combine 3 paints and I never get the same consistency like equally. Yeah. So they're all different colors of beige and brown. Yeah, but Jonas, if you can let us know what color you use, that would be very helpful, man. Now, the next one's just Dom isn't here.
Oh, let's have a look.
Ta-da!
Oh, nice. Like that.
How good. Yes, that's from Ian. He's taken his first steps into the swamp. His mangled limbs have taken him into the swamp. And
that's equal parts awesome and terrifying.
It is.
That's really nice. That is. I like that.
It's brilliant.
It's like the front cover of a Gorgoroth album. Oh, here we go. We hit our The sex bots are here.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, here they are.
It's always the same time every week. As I keep saying, they're not. You will die alone. That's the best quote of the year.
It's because they know we're getting near the end of the stream and they're wondering what everyone's going to be doing next.
But Ian, yeah, thanks for posting them, mate. They were brilliant. And he even said he can now understand why people get into Tournament 28 because it's so addictive. Up next, we've got Gary. He's been following. So Troy from Sonic Sledgehammer did a tutorial on painting US infantry with contrast paints. Look at those.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
I did one of those as well, Steve, believe it or not.
Did you? I know you did a Korean one. I didn't know you did a US infantry one. Oh, right.
I did.
Did you use the same paints as Troy?
I don't know. Probably not.
What I like about them is they pop. They really do pop.
Yeah, mine pop as well.
I love the helmets.
Yeah.
Mine, if you like Undaunted Normandy, mine are very much like that. Mine remind me very much of Saving Private Ryan. I don't know why.
Some Napoleonic French from Ian. Again, I won't be dabbling in these, but just look at those. I mean, look at the at the crispness of the whites.
That's pre-1812, isn't it? Mine. No, that's the Perry. That's the second Perry set. Sorry, the first Perry set. I mean.
Yeah, pre-1812, isn't it?
No, it's post.
Oh, post. What's that flag?
Oh, the flag. Well, the flag or the flags.
Yeah. Sorry, that's what I was talking about. The flag. Sorry, I should have said the
probably. I'd say it's probably post considering how many battle honors are on it, but
yeah.
Just what struck me though is just how people can paint white like that. It's just I can't.
I know.
I can't do it.
A lot of patience.
The thing is, though, I get bored really, really quickly. But then Ian, absolutely fantastic work. I know he said he's taken a break from other projects, but they are really rather good. Some more weird stuff for Dom. So Nathan's been working on his Space Wolves.
Oh, nice.
What? That is very cool. When did the Space Wolves get like iguana things?
Yeah, I don't know.
That. Have you kit Nathan?
Is that
kit bash?
Is that a kit bash? That's from I've got one of those for Age of Sigmar. I painted up some of the living statues. Have you swapped them over? Have you swapped a wolf for one of the Stormcast thing? I mean, I like it.
Yeah, I never noticed that. Hold on a second. That's a Stormcast leg, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is a Stormcast. It's just a head,
It's just the Space Wolf head.
Yeah. And a
and a backpack. Oh, he's done a kit bash.
That's cool. really cool, Nathan. Wow.
Tripped us out there.
Yeah, that was freaky. That was really I had no idea what was going on there. And next up from Joseph. Now Joseph posted a number of pictures of his undead undead models that he had painted, but this one just grabbed me completely. Look at that.
Wow.
Wow.
Shading on that is amazing.
That's lovely.
That is something else.
I love the pose. It's beautiful. That's
that's got Dark Souls written all over it. I imagine that would spend 6 hours kicking the living snot out of me and laughing at me.
That's got. I want to buy that off you.
Does anyone know what the manufacturer is? Because
no, that's nice, man. I genuinely would buy that model just to display that. That's lovely.
Beautiful,
brilliant. Cheers, Poker Joseph. Just brilliant stuff. Here's one from Nick. He's done a Marder from the Eastern Front.
I do like a Marder.
Yes.
Yeah. They are cool, man. The anti-tank guns are just so good. I'm trying it. I've now got a file. I've got a Marder 2 and a Marder 3. So I'm looking forward to getting them printed out. That'd be nice.
I love the snow effect he's got there. The winter, it just looks really good.
Yeah, he's 15 mil, is it?
No, I think it's 28. Well, actually, no, it
might be 15 mil.
It might be 15. Well, you said it was for bolts, actually. I think so.
Oh,
Nick, if you're in the chat, mate.
I've never seen that kit. I've never seen it.
No,
I've never seen that kit before.
Either way, the lovely
nice
model.
man.
The weathering's fantastic. Right, let's now the next one. Let's see if we can go. Someone's going to use this. Someone's going to use the expression, so I might as well get it out of the way. Look at those.
Oh yes, they're very cool.
How many are you battling of them, Martin?
Four. I'm not going to say.
Go on, Ken, say it.
Thousands of them.
They are, Paul, mate. They are absolutely
lovely, man.
Sensational.
Yeah, very nice, dude.
Just each face has got so much character, and those red jackets are just
lovely shading. Beautiful.
Stonkingly good work there.
No, that's nice. That is nice. Well done. I love I love the helmets. It's just
Yeah,
it just tell a story, don't they? That's the nice thing about it. I love the guy at the back with his pose, with his eyes. You can just see done some beautiful work with the eyes.
Everything about them is just
jelly.
Top notch work, Paul. Up next is Richard. Some Conflict 47. Yeah. Look at the weathering on that.
That's weird shit. See, that's never appealed to me. That game's never appealed to me.
What, Weird World War?
Yeah. Well, it's never. That's never appealed to me.
What, Conflict 47 or the whole?
The Conflict 47. It's no. Weird, isn't
I think. Yeah, it's weird because 80 to 90% of your army are just standard bolt action figures, and you just add a few units, a couple of walkers or some big machines. But
that's what I mean. I could make a Conflict 47 army pretty quickly.
Do you know what? I only found out the other week that Conflict 47 was originally a 15mm game.
No.
Yep.
Didn't know that.
I didn't know it. A couple of people posted on the Facebook group of their 15mm Conflict 47 stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I was quite taken aback by it, actually, because it looked really, really good. But yeah, that's for me on that Rich has done is the rusting, the weathering, the peeling of the paint. It just looks
it's very nice, isn't it?
Oh, lovely stuff. Cheers for posting that, Richard. Now this is the next up is Casper. Now Casper initially posted these on Twitter, and then he joined the Facebook group last week.
Okay.
And so these are some of his Franco-Prussians.
Oh, lovely.
Those Eagles of Empire, I think, aren't
they?
Those,
they are. I believe so.
Very nice.
Days. Didn't Don buy those?
Yeah, he bought Eagles of Empire stuff. Yeah.
Did he paint them in the end?
Of course he
painted them.
Yeah.
He probably painted them the day that he got them.
Yeah, true.
And in about 5 hours as well for the entire thing. But no, they're lovely. Thanks for posting those, Casper. I think we next up we posted either last week or the week before Robin's Bavarian skirmishers, and here we have them. Look at those.
Yeah, this is line.
Nice.
Very cool.
I like how. Do you know what I like about them? That they're not all in good order.
Yeah, that's what he said. We were having this chat about it, and I think that's what he's gone for. He said, you can get, they're strung out a little bit. The shells have gone off. They're walking around things. Free line. Yeah. If I could rebase my stuff, I would. Well, obviously I can, but I just can't be asked. I would. I'm
a bit in the middle with mine. So I've kind of done it on some, but not on others, because I've not put them all like centrally, if that makes sense. Mine are a lot of march and pose and stuff like that. But yeah, you're right, mine. I think it would be a good idea as well. And you probably wouldn't have to use May figures.
Yeah, well, you'd stretch them. You probably, if I saved even just 3 figures per battalion, I'll be able to make probably about 3 extra battalions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I always enjoy seeing a mounted officer on a horse as well on a base.
Yeah, I haven't done it. I haven't done any of those in my battalions, which I wish I have done.
Oh yeah, no, I've got a couple.
Lovely stuff. Now the next one, I was completely blown away by this. This is from Stephen. Look at that.
Oh yes, that's his Edward, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's his Edward.
That's nice. That is nice.
So what I love about that is, obviously the livery is just something else, but the metal looks so realistic.
It does.
It
very good.
It's really cool.
Very, very good. Brilliant stuff. Next up from Tony. Now, I believe these were obtained at CrackCon.
They were.
Oh, is that more? Yeah.
Well, Austrian,
they're the ones.
Tony.
They're the ones. They're the ones I gave him. He's vibrant up the purple because I think it fits him with his brigade that he's going for.
Yeah.
So he's just changed the purple. But they're
Lovely.
Yeah.
Do you know what they look realistic, don't they? There's something not grim, but sort of dark about them. I don't know what it is. They're just so different to other Napoleonics that I've seen. It's just something, I don't know.
They're water. I did them. I remember I did these because I remember I chose them on purpose because I really like the helmets, different to a Shaco. So I thought because they're the Germans, they are because you've got the Germans or the Austrians.
They're Bavarians.
No, Bavarian. Sorry, Bavarian. Yeah. You know.
But sorry, no, they're Austrian, aren't they?
They're Austrian.
Yeah,
they're Austrian. Bavarians also have helmets.
Yeah. But I when I did them, the white was pretty easy. To be fair, that white's it looks like a nightmare, but it's not as bad as you think it is. To be fair,
you did a video on painting them, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
white,
I think you did.
Yeah, it was. It was on painting white. Yeah, because it's not as hard as you think. It's just more of it's just a time thing. Painting white. That's the thing with white. You just got to be patient. You'll get it. You'll know when you get it. It'll just be that one extra coat, and you just know. There, done. It's just
I think I just avoid white altogether. And last but not least, a return to World War II. Here's some SAS from Steve. Look at those. Yes.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
That beret's nice on that guy on the right. The sculpt on that's really nice. I like that. Because a lot of time berets are like the guy in the back middle. You don't get the proper flop like you got on that. I like that. That's nice. I like that. I know it sounds stupid, but you do. They're normally very very pointed and
they're a mix, aren't they? They've got some Warlord. That's Warlord on the right, isn't it?
Yeah.
The Bren team. Are the others Artisan?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I generally don't know. The guy is the one that I really like. I don't know who that is, but that is nice.
I'm pretty sure they get the first guys Artisan, but I always love the headdress ones. They look so good.
Yeah, you seen this? I forgot that's a bit of news.
Brilliant stuff.
Yeah,
lovely.
That's a bit of news. Piano.
Oh
yeah, last week.
Yeah, I know. Just reminding. It's got 1 week left. It's not long.
Nope. Once again, though, thanks to everyone that posted in the Facebook group. I know we always try and grab as many as we can, but there's so many that people post to it. If I could post everything posted over the past 7 days, I would. But it would
be a whole show, wouldn't it?
It'd be an entire show up till about midnight going through it all. But really, really good stuff. Keep posting, keep them coming. And like I said, the link to the Facebook group is in the description below. So head over and see how quick we can get to 900 members on the Facebook group, because as people have said, it's a really friendly place. It's like a big comfy chair of Facebook.
It's crazy because the way it's growing is we'll be coming up to 2,000 members possibly by the end of next year at the rate it's growing.
I mean,
that's
so we've gone up. In the first year we did 400, so we've done 600 this year.
Yeah, you're probably looking at maybe 1,000 next year. That's crazy, isn't it?
And a good thing about posting and viewing in the Facebook group is when you're on Facebook, you won't see pictures of crying footballers, which seems to be all Facebook is full of at the moment.
Oh God, yeah. That
I lost. Pathetic. That's my rant out the way. It's just something at the weekend. I went on there, and every other picture was someone in tears. I was like, "What? You burn your toe? You lose a game of Connect 4?" It's honestly completely
going down a bad route.
You're going down a very, very dangerous route. But you can tell you're not a football fan, Steve.
I used to be.
A football fan. Yeah, I used to be as well.
I used to be.
I can't. I really don't care.
This is the first World Cup since 1986 that I've not watched.
I haven't watched any of it.
I can't stomach it.
I didn't even watch the game the other night. I found out the next day.
No, I'm most definitely not a football person anymore. Used to be, not anymore. Yeah. Anyway, we're at 10 o'clock, so we're going slightly into overtime. Big thank you to everyone that showed up with your 2023 resolutions. Steve's showing why so many consider him Mr. Sympathy. I don't know.
It's whatever floats your boat, innit?
It is.
People enjoy football, they enjoy it, don't they?
But
we love painting bloody figurines, for God's sake. As long as they leave us alone, we'll leave them alone.
Yeah, but I put a craft knife through my finger last year and I didn't cry. So just throwing that one out there. Anyway, I digress. Big thank you to everyone that showed up with your resolutions and your painted pictures in the Facebook group. We will be back next week for the last last show of 2022, and it's a good one. It's a special. It's the crack.
It's the start of a new tradition, isn't it?
Yes.
Start of a new tradition. So yeah, that's insane. There's season 4. Season 4, are we?
We're on season 4,
yeah. Next year.
So for those of you, Dom mentioned it over the past couple of weeks. So Dom ran a survey online. So next week we'll be looking at the results of that survey. So it's the Crackpot Awards. I may even get out the gaming cravat and waistcoat to be suitably attired for the event.
I might even wear a suit. There you go.
My waistcoat is something else. It was actually touted when I bought it as a steampunk waistcoat.
What are you gonna wear to my wedding, Steve?
A suit.
Oh, I am privileged. I can't. Yeah, you can't.
Me in a suit. Have you ever seen Lurch from the Addams Family? Well, there we go. It's something. It's something like that.
You're the one that said it, not me. But yeah.
Oh God, no, it's terrible. Absolutely awful. But yeah, so next week, join us over on Dom's channel.
It's my channel.
Oh, is it your channel?
Yeah, because he did it last week.
Oh right, yeah. So sorry,
he's not going to let me have it, is he?
I'm giving out
because it's already decided. Because if someone could be asked to read the messages instead of going, so what have you been talking about for the last 100 messages? He's like, scroll up, you lazy shit. Like, scroll up. You don't scroll up. How lazy have you got to be?
Oh, yeah. So just to revise what I just said, we'll be over on Martin's channel next week for the Crackpot Awards. Feel free to wear a tuxedo, dicky bow. Waistcoat, crushed velvet.
Tell us that you're wearing it.
Yeah, crushed velvet slacks.
Oh, put the pictures up on the Facebook group, innit? Put the pictures of.
If you feel like doing that, if you feel that floats your particular sartorial boat, please do it. And before we go, big thank you again to everybody that has watched on the catch up. We do appreciate you taking the time to watch us on the catch up. But yeah, we will see you all next week on Martin's channel for the Crackpot Awards. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you next week.
See you later.
Bye-bye.